Jordan's mistake? Mixing his lust for golf with heavy betting. 2 years ago, it was revealed that Jordan had written checks totaling $165,000 to pay his gambling debts, including one to a convicted cocaine dealer he had golfed and gambled with. Although Jordan did not break the law or any NBA rules, the league reprimanded him for gambling with unsavory characters. The scandal tarnished Jordan's squeaky clean image and raised questions about his judgment.
Actually, I was gambling unknowingly of this guy's background.
Wouldn't you characterize another mistake in that incident, the fact that you said it was a loan in the beginning? I mean, because in the strictest sense of the word, Michael, that could be considered a lie.
Right. A lie to me, you. Yeah, I mean, that would be considered a mistake.
Gambling has cut short or even ruined a lot of professional sports careers. Can you give it up?
Can I give up what?
Gambling.
Oh, sure. If it affects my life or the way I play the game or jeopardize my family or my financial status or whatever or the security of my family, sure. I give it up in a minute. To solidify my argument is, whatever I've lost, I don't know what he would never, I shouldn't tell you this, but I will tell you. Whatever I lost, the 108, the 55, or whatever I've lost, I've always given it back to my wife. So whatever check I make, here, honey, I'm sorry for the embarrassment. I'm sorry for what I've caused for, losing this amount of money. Here, take it. Do what you have to do with it. I wasted it. So this is yours. This is the kids. This is whatever. I didn't have to tell you that, but that tells me, and I'm sure that I'm not a gambleholic. I know where I am, I know what I'm doing, but if I feel I've done something that has embarrassed the family, I want to correct it, but yet I want to move on from it too as well.
All right, I'm going to play shrink here, see? All right?
Okay. I'm supposed to play patient or what?
When you said that you give your wife the $57,000 or the $108,000 that you lost, that says to me, you feel guilty about it.
I feel guilty that I did it and I actually didn't tell her I lost it. That's where the guilt comes from.
Oh, you didn't tell her?
No.
But then when you do give her that money, you do tell her.
Right.
But when you lost it, at the time you lost it.
I was really embarrassed to tell anybody because I lost. That's the most embarrassing thing is that I lost. But, I had to tell her because,
she's the chief financial officer.
Everything that comes in and leaves, she sees as well as myself. And, I don't want anything hidden from her. Even though I try to keep things from, in a sense, away from her because I know her. She's saying, oh, did you lose that much? I can't believe you lost that much. She's concerned that, hey, don't make this a habit here, which I reassure, hey, honey, I can stop if it's bothering you, if it's something that's going to have us go opposite ways, fine, I won't do it. And I've learned from my wife's perspective to bet $10, $20, $50 at the most.
And that's it?
That's it.
Do you think you have a gambling problem at all?
No, because I can stop gambling. I have a competition problem, a competitive problem.
Betting on anything from jump shots in practice to putts is common among athletes. They just aren't allowed to bet on their own sport.
He's like my little devil on this side, and I got an angel on this side. Every now and then I listen to him, every now and then I don't. So
Jordan's best friend, Charles Barkley of the Phoenix Suns, thinks Jordan trusts people too easily and is a target for opportunists.
That these people not his friends?
What people?
The public in general.
Oh, no.
But you got to realize that, everybody, he's obviously a great businessman for everybody, so everybody's his friend now. So when push comes to shove, they're not his friends.
Opportunist is what Jordan's friends called this man, Richard Esquinas, who wrote and published a scathing bet and tell book at the height of the NBA playoffs. Esquinas, a California businessman who played golf with Jordan, claims they went on a betting spree, which ended with Jordan owing him $1.2 million. Esquinas charges Jordan with being an addictive, compulsive gambler.
Michael and I got out of control wagering at levels that shouldn't be wagered at for anybody, whether you're an athlete or not.
On Monday, Esquinas met with NBA representatives to discuss the allegations in his book.
I don't want to play commissioner, and I don't want to play the NBA, but Michael should be reprimanded for gambling out of control.
What NBA rules did he break?
To my knowledge, he, again, I'm not the commissioner, but as I understand it, he did not break any rules because there's no rules against legalized gambling in casinos or on the golf course.
So what should Michael Jordan be reprimanded for?
Well, the league, I think, and the commissioner is concerned that maybe this gambling is spewing off into other sports or other activities.
Well, do you have any knowledge that it has spewed off into other sports or other
I have no
activities?
concrete knowledge that it has.
Esquinas
have
says
no
he
way
wrote
of
the book
knowing
as a
that,
friend
other
to
than
warn
cards-
Jordan that he had a serious gambling addiction.
Oh, my hope was that maybe I'd reach out to Michael and maybe he could see that by what I was going through, by what I had experienced, that maybe he could gain some insight into what impact gambling and the situation that him and I went through.
No
happened.
friend would write a scathing book that is critical of a person's gambling problem, release it in the middle of playoffs at a critical time when the
Well,
friend,
that's another
quote-unquote friend, should
Sure.
be concentrating on the game.
Sure. The friendship had been betrayed by Michael long before that.
Did you lose $1.2 million to Richard Esquinas?
No.
How much did you lose?
$300,000 is what I paid
$300,000.
over a 3-year period.
And you paid it up?
I paid it up. Actually, I was in the process of finishing off all the payments. But when he pulled this stunt, we never had a written agreement. I was more or less going off my honor. And I felt he dishonored me, so I don't owe him any more honor at all.
So how much do you owe him? What was the remaining
What's
debt?
the balance? 0 for my book. And I write a book on it.
He says in his book, at one point you said you may as well shoot Esquinas as pay him. Do you remember saying anything like that?
Do I appear to be a violent person? I mean, I couldn't harm a fly, really.
I said, Michael, I expect payment. And he says, I'd just as soon shoot you as pay you.
Did you actually believe that Michael Jordan was capable of violence?
Well, I didn't want to believe that that's true. And right now, as we speak, I don't know that Michael was capable of that kind of violence.
Even in your book, you
hoped.
said you didn't take it
I
seriously.
said, didn't take it seriously. I hoped. But I did take it to my therapist, who was very concerned about it.
If you didn't take it seriously, why did you put it in your book?
I took it to a level of seriousness, but not to the level that I was shaking in my sleep every night that Michael was going to come in and shoot me.
Didn't you really want the publicity for the book and to make thousands of dollars on a blockbuster book?
No, that was not the primary motive for the book.
Was it one of the motives?
Oh, if the book sells and does well, I'm a businessman. I hope it does. I hope it makes money.
Jordan says he has learned
Well,
two
that's the
lessons:
whole issue.
not to bet large amounts of money and to run a check on people before he lets them get too close.
Credentials harder for people to get inside.
How do you check them out?
I have an agency that checks them out.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Like it was like a detective agency?
something like that. I even had you checked out. Just kidding.
Ooh. I'm clean.
You are. That's why I'm doing the interview.
The thought has occurred that you aren't really gambling with money. You're gambling with your reputation. Gambling with your good name.
What would they consider my good name? The purest of all pure? A person that doesn't make mistakes? I'm not the perfect of all people. I do make mistakes, just like any other person. I go to the bathroom just like any other person. Maybe it's time for other people to step in and live this lifestyle. I don't have a problem with that. I'm past that stage in my life that, I must live the perfect life. If that's what it takes, I'm not the man for you.